been part of our team now for just over 2 years. Hannah's being acknowledged for going above and beyond for one of the little boys that she works with, helping him get some equipment that he needed.
Yeah, so this kid, he's a young boy, and he actually ended up with cancer and Ewing's osteosarcoma in his leg, and so he had to have his leg amputated. And so he got a prosthetic. He was doing really well with that, walking, and he was getting ready to do things lots of little boys like to do, like running and climbing and jumping and all those crazy things, and his walking leg just doesn't really serve that. We reached out to his insurance company and they told us no, since they had already paid for his walking leg. They weren't gonna pay for a running blade for 3 years. It was disheartening to me, and I knew how active he was before his amputation from what Mom was telling me, and so I had the resources, so why not just reach out to them? And so I started looking around at some nonprofits that could possibly help fund that, and I think I started doing that about 4 months before I finally heard a yes. And I looked as far as San Antonio, internationally, and then it ended up being right here in Lubbock that I found a nonprofit named Colton's Encouragement. And she didn't even want to know how much I was asking for. I literally called her and just told her his story, and she was like, yeah, let's make it happen. I immediately ran into the pediatric office where my coworkers that weren't treating were, and everyone was super excited, and they said, hey, will you call the mom on speakerphone so that we can hear her response? And so I ran and got her phone number, and I ran back into the PD office and I called her on speakerphone, and we all were in there crying. I really don't think I realized how much work I was putting into it until I turned around and looked back at it. I was making like multiple phone calls a day, sending multiple emails a day, and I didn't even really think of it as extra work. Like, I was just trying to find this kid a running blade because he needed one and wanted one.
Hannah has been such a great addition to our team. She's got a huge heart for serving the patients that she works with, but also for the community. She's on our board for AMBUCS and helps people get three-wheel tricycles to keep them mobile in the community. She's been a great representation of UMC throughout the community, but we're just really happy to have her on our team.
One of the things I have just kind of adopted in my life is change the world with love. And I feel like UMC really fosters this environment that I get to love my patients, like, past being their physical therapist. Like, I get to impact their lives as much as I humanly can, and that fills my cup more than I feel like it does theirs. Like, I get joy getting to help my patients. That's all I'm doing. I'm loving my patients. I'm using the skills that I've learned, but like, God is intervening and helping me take care of these patients. UMC supports me in being able to do that, and my coworkers support me into being able to do that. And so just to work for a team and work for an organization that supports me and what I want to do with my life has been incredible.